Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, let us learn about GST functionality and configuration along with a business transaction. Before jumping into the GST configuration, we need to know what GST is. GST is a tax that is levied on goods and services. It has different tax slabs according to the type of materials. They are 0%, 5%, 12%, 18% and 28%. We have different business scenarios in India like domestic, export, sales, EOU, merchant export, stock transfers, etc. These tax percentages would vary based on the business scenario and the type of materials. As we know, there are four different taxes as part of the GST. They are central tax, state tax, union territory tax, and integrated tax. Central tax and state taxes are mutually collected when the consignment is shipped within the state. Central tax and union territory taxes are mutually collected when the consignment is shipped within the union territory. Integrated tax is collected when the consignment is shipped from one state to another state. Now, let us learn how these taxes are represented in the SAP system. SAP has introduced a master SAP node that is 2421394, that is GST India SAP ERP solution nodes. Under this node, there are module-wise SAP nodes that have to be implemented in the system to enable the technical changes of GST. As part of the SD functional configuration, we need to configure the pricing condition tables, access sequence, tax condition types, account keys, and pricing procedure changes. As part of the FI functional configuration, we need to configure the tax condition types, account keys, tax procedure changes, tax codes, business places, HSN codes, and business place wise tax GL assignment. As part of the GST, master data changes takes place in customer master data, material master data, and tax condition master data. Execute the transaction v/03. Create a condition table with the key fields country, region of delivering plant, region, customer tax classification, material tax classification, and control code. Note: tax classification of the customer and material are dependent of the tax category by country that you configure in OVK1 transaction. Execute the transaction v/07. Create an access sequence and add the created condition table in it. Execute the transaction v/06. Create JOCG, JOSG, JOUG and JOIG tax condition types by copying the MWST and condition type, and then update the newly created access sequence in it. Execute the transaction OVK1 and add new entry with the combination of country India, available tax sequence and with any GST condition type. In my case, I assign JOIG to sequence 1, therefore I have taken tax classification 1 in the condition table. Execute the transaction OVK3, add new entries for JOCG, JOSG, JOUG and JOIG with tax classification values 0, that is registered, 1, that is not registered, and other values as per your business requirement. Execute the transaction OVK4, Add new entries for JOCG, JOSG, JOUG and JOIG with the tax classification values 0 a taxable material, 1 that is non-taxable material and other values as per the business requirement. Execute the transaction OV34. Add new entries JOC, JOS, JOU and JOI. Execute the transaction V/08. Find your pricing procedure. Click on new entries and add GST condition types and accounting keys against them. Base value for these conditions will be total taxable value, that is base price minus discount plus surcharge. Execute the transaction OBYZ. Go to conditions and create same GST conditions by copying MWST condition and add the access sequence MWST. Execute the transaction OBCN and create JOC, JOS, JOI and JOU by copying MWS accounting key. Execute the transaction OBBG. Find the tax procedure that is assigned to India country code. Make a note of the tax procedure. Execute the transaction OBYZ. Find the procedure and add the GST condition types and accounting keys against them. The base values for these conditions will be step number of BASB condition type. Execute the transaction SPRO financial accounting. Financial accounting and global settings, tax and sales purchases, basic settings, India, goods and services tax, general settings, maintain HSN and SAC. Add new entries and save the changes. Under the basic settings, click on define business places, input the company code and add your business places in it. Input GST number in tax number 3 field. You can create business places as per the plant code that exist in the different states or state-wise business place and assign them to different plant codes. Under the basic settings, click on assign business places to plants and assign business places to respective plants. Under the basic settings, click on define and assign GL accounts. Before that, we need to create the output tax codes as per the tax percentages. Execute the transaction STXP, input country code IN and tax code that you want to create. Please note that you can create common tax codes for CGST, SGST and other common tax codes for CGST, UTGST and separate tax codes for IGST. Example, create a tax code O1 with the description IN CGST slash SGST with 2.5% of CGST and 2.5% of SGST. Create a tax code O2 with the description IN CGST slash UGST with 2.5% of CGST and 2.5% of UTGST. Create a tax code O3 with the description IN IGST with 5% of IGST tax. Click on Define and Assign GL accounts. Input chart of account and transaction as JOC. Add new entries with the combination of tax code, business place and tax GL account. Repeat the same steps for JOS, JOU and JOI as well. Now we are done with the GST configuration, so we can create a order to cash cycle. Before this, we need to update the relevant tax classification values in the customer. Under sales area view, we can input the GST number for the registered customer under tax numbers in case of S4 HANA and tax number 3 in case of EHP systems. Update relevant tax classification in Material Masters and HSN code. Create tax condition master in week 11 transaction for GST conditions. Example, if you are shipping the goods within the Karnataka state, so you need to maintain the condition record for JOCG and JOSG for the key fields IN, 10, 10, HSN code with the relevant tax classification values and relevant tax code. If you are shipping the goods from Karnataka to Telangana state, so you need to maintain the condition records for JOCIG for the key fields IN, 10, 36, HSN code with the relevant tax classification values and relevant tax code. We are all set to create one order to cash now. Create a sales order and check the tax conditions existence in the sales order. Create a delivery invoice and check the accounting entries. This is all about the GST functionality. If you are getting any issues while testing this scenario, please do let me know in the comment section to help you out. Please do subscribe, like, share and comment. Thanks for watching this video. Shining off.